About the nice weather, though. You know, yesterday we had a couple of clouds out there.
Yes.
We talked ourselves about the great sunrise because we're part of that each morning. Well, how about the great sunset that ensued with those clouds? This comes from a young lady by the name of Sunny Ray.
All right. Now, you know what that is? That's Santa baking cookies.
Is that what that is?
That's what that is, yeah.
I tell you what, it's right on the mark there. This is a New Mexico sunset, and I tell you, we do get some beautiful shots from around here. Other sunset shot, though, was actually sent in to us by a gentleman by the name of Tom Clark. Not quite sure exactly where he snapped this, but you can see a couple of clouds, really not a bad thing, especially if you got the camera in hand. And if you want to go out this weekend, you might get some opportunities to see pictures very similar to these. If you do, we invite you to send your pictures to us. Now, we do have a nice weekend ahead, and yes, we are going to have just a couple of clouds here or there, a few of them trying to work in from the west right now. But when it comes to temperatures, we're still looking good. 70s and the occasional 80 again on Saturday, kind of like today. Now, what I think is going to happen on Sunday is we're going to start moving into a transition period here. May see a little bit thicker cloud cover in some cases, so I'm going to transition to partly cloudy, 50s, 60s, and 70s. But even at that, I think Sunday's going to turn out to be a pretty good day. Here's the way this day is shaping up and into tomorrow. 70 this afternoon in the metro, 54 10 o'clock tonight, and just flip those numbers around. You'll go 45 first thing tomorrow morning. 65 is the call right now. Pretty common number, too, from Santa Fe back through Albuquerque over to Grant. Some 70s down to the south, and even some 80s back here in parts of Arizona. And I think a few 80s will be in place here in the southern parts of New Mexico before the day is done. Now, well, look at this. Your eyes have to be drawn to this little band of clouds working down to the southwest of us. Pretty decent-looking weather disturbance out here. It hasn't moved in yet because we've still got this ridge of high pressure we've talked about all week hanging around. But that thing is moving out. But notice the direction that disturbance is moving. It's tracking, if anything, down to the south and east. So I don't think it's going to be a big player other than spilling a few clouds in the next 24 hours. Another disturbance follows for Sunday and Sunday night to the north, and that one could potentially put down just a couple of showers up in the mountains. Really not a big weather maker by any stretch of the imagination, but that's the one that we will be keeping an eye on. The other thing we'll be keeping an eye on, of course, your temperatures as we wrap up the work week, and it just doesn't get much better than this. Temperatures 60s, 70s, and 80s for daytime highs, and even those really chilly nights are starting to let go. There's a chill in the air each morning, but it certainly is not brutally cold. I don't think our luck's going to hold out forever. Next week, we will slowly see a reduction in temperatures across the board. By the end of next week, we could have another pretty good little storm knocking on the door. In the meantime, the numbers, well, they sure look good. 67, my forecast high today and tomorrow in Santa Fe. Gradual increase in some mid and high clouds through the weekend, and then some thicker cloud cover coming in next week. And I think those clouds next week could start to yield a little better chance of rain along about Wednesday or Thursday, but that's a long way off. Right now, we're focused in on a fantastic weekend. It starts with a 70-degree temperature today.
Pretty soon we're going to be talking about we need some snow.
Yeah, we will.
It'll get here. Okay, thank you very much, Jason.